It was something I fell into, as a matter of fact. Initially, it wasn't anything that I was interested in, but about 3.5 years ago, I suffered an injury to my ankle. Broke my ankle skateboarding. Through the rehab process and things like that, I learned about the body, and it became very intriguing to me. Just how simple the body is, but at the same time, how much it can do to heal itself. And it kind of inspired me. I wanted to learn more about it. With that, I started looking at different occupations as far as what I could do to get into working with the body and things like that. My first choice was acting as far as a career, but I wanted something supplementary to that. Massage therapy seemed to be the best thing. So I ended up here, did some research on some other schools, but here seemed to be the best fit, and the rest seems to be history. So, absolutely. And in getting into it, I think that's what attracted me most about it. On top of all the things that I had learned, all the new information that I got in just the small amount of time, you know what I mean, in rehab for my ankle, I learned more than I'd ever known about my body my whole life, you know what I mean? And I was 20 when I broke my ankle. And in 20 years, you pretty much should learn a substantial amount of information about yourself. But it was like in these 3 months, I had learned so much more than just, you know, about the tendons and ligaments in my ankle, the way they work together, you know what I mean, the way that all that goes on. But initially what attracted me was that I could potentially make my own schedule if I become a massage therapist. Even in working at a spa, you know what I mean, they're still very flexible in understanding that I do have another career and things like that, and it's just really, really beneficial the way that everybody seems to work around me. So it helps out. Oh, man. What impressed me the most was the description of the program. Initially, when I looked into the school, I think it was like late 2008. It was when my ankle was still broken. I'd looked into, you know, the program format. I'd seen the Jade Stone and how that's actually very, very unique as opposed to hot stone therapy, you know what I mean? The principles of how Jade can hold hot and cold. I thought that by itself was intriguing, you know what I mean? I didn't think that that was something that was that big of a deal until somebody told me about it. And then the amount of coursework that you had to do and things like that. The CSP was what really intrigued me about it. Like, you're actually working on the public. Like, what better practice can you get? The instructors are all great. So that's initially what turned me on to it. But then getting here, it was so much more than I even thought it would be. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to be overwhelmed with all this information like I was when I broke my ankle. You know, I thought that it was kind of just going to bombard me and I was going to get lost in everything. But not only was it such an easy transition into actually learning how to do a massage, quote unquote, it's very wholesome here. It's a very family-oriented type feeling when you go into a classroom, and you don't get that at too many other places. You know what I mean? You don't get that at most universities. You know, even other trade schools and things like that. You know what I mean? You're kind of seen as a statistic. I never felt that here. So on top of the great coursework, on top of the CSP and being able to actually practice on real people, on top of learning everything I could possibly want to know about the body, I felt comfortable. And that's the biggest thing for me, because I don't feel comfortable in a lot of places. So that was really what kept me here. You know what I mean? Made me decide that if I was going to do it anywhere, I was going to do it here. Walked in, gave them a massage. They said I was hired. And it was a very, very short interview period. They asked me a couple of questions about, you know, just where I'd trained, how long I had been doing massage, that kind of thing. And first they were actually a little skeptical, because at that point I had just come out of school, or I wasn't even graduated yet. I hadn't even graduated yet. And they're like, okay, well, we understand that you're still in school, you're taking anatomy and things like that, but, you know, we do require that you give a massage. So gave them a massage, and they were like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah, you're hired. So it's kind of how it happened. And the rest is history. It was definitely career services. Rose, by the way, for career services is amazing. Like, I haven't met anybody. It's hard to match, or it's hard to find someone who believes in something as much as you do, no matter what. You know what I mean? The person that you care about the most may not even believe in your same dreams, you know? So to have somebody that works as hard as you do to get a job is amazing. As much as I was on the phone calling people and then calling Rose back, she was sending me more people right then and there, you know what I mean? As she was reminding me to follow up with people, you know what I mean? It was a team effort. It felt like a family. And 3 weeks after my first meeting with Rose was when I got the job. Oh my goodness. I'd recommend this school over any school. It's, like I said, on top of it being amazing, just in the structure of the program, just in all the content, just in everything that you learn, the different types of massage, things that you wouldn't even realize have benefits on the body, oscillation therapy. Who knew that you could just rock somebody and it would genuinely set them at ease? You know what I mean? Those are things that you get here, things that you get trained in here, like trained to the point where you become a master if you put enough practice here. I don't think you really get that anywhere else. You know what I mean? I think, and I can't say this officially, but the way that I felt interviewing at any other place, you know what I mean, going in and talking to them about maybe being interested in their program, I've always kind of felt like, okay, well, here's what the course looks like. You do it and then you're done. Well, I don't feel that here. I feel like here's what the course is. We're going to help you not only grab an understanding of it, we're going to help you exceed at it. We're going to help you be excellent at what you do. Not only an excellent massage therapist, you're going to be an excellent businessman. You're going to be an excellent health consultant. You're going to be an excellent nutritionist. You know what I mean? Whatever you'd like to do as far as health and wellness is concerned, here's the place to learn it. You know what I mean? And along with it being so tight-knit and family-oriented, as I guess I'd say, it really just feels like the perfect fit. So if you're serious about it, if it's something that you really, really want to do, something that you really, really want to learn, and at the same time, if you're really looking to grow, if it's not just something that is a means to an end or anything like that, and you really, really want the experience, and you want the growth, and you want everything that's going to come behind it, you know what I mean? You want the future in it. Well, here's where you need to go. This place right here.